Today we're going to take a look at some major U.S. cities that are currently in decline and are projected to continue that trend into 2025. Welcome back, everyone, and thanks for clicking on the video. I truly appreciate it. Every year or two we do a series on cities that are going downhill, and to be honest, we've been pretty spot on. Now, what exactly does going downhill mean? It can be a combination of factors, but the three most common ones, according to most Americans, are rising crime rates, the cost of living, and traffic congestion. Homelessness has also been a concern, but we likely saw the peak of that issue in 2022 and maybe 2023. While most cities are either staying the same or improving slightly in that regard, this video will focus on the other three factors. Stay tuned, because towards the end of the video, there will be a question for you to answer in the comments section. Ready? Let's dive in. Number 10. Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. has more issues than just the political backstabbing that occurs daily on Capitol Hill. The city itself is dangerous, with a violent crime rate 134% above the national average, up from 97% in 2022. It's a stunning historic city, but also expensive and unsafe. A recent study found that the top two reasons people leave Washington, D.C. are the high cost of living, number 1, and crime, number 2. So why will Washington, D.C. get worse in 2025? The trend of rising violent crime, including homicides and assaults, shows no sign of slowing down. And then there's the cost of living. With the average home price at $610,000, living here isn't cheap. In 2023, crime increased by 3%, and the cost of living went up by 2%. Number 9. Houston, Texas. Houston is currently considered the worst major city in Texas, largely due to horrendous traffic and sky-high crime rates. I was there in January, and the traffic was brutal. To make matters worse, local authorities seem more focused on closing down massage parlors than addressing violent crime. In Houston, violent crimes such as homicides and robberies have risen. And while the cost of living is relatively affordable at $271,000 for an average home, crime and traffic are the two main reasons people are leaving. Traffic congestion is a nightmare, with residents spending an average of 50 minutes commuting daily. In 2023, Houston's crime rate rose by 2.6%, and the cost of living increased by 2.9%, still lower than most major cities, but a concern nonetheless. Number 8. Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas might surprise some of you, considering the city is growing and its hotels are always packed. But for residents, the influx of people has led to rising crime, climbing living costs, and unbearable traffic. Las Vegas has a violent crime problem, and while the average home price has risen to $428,000, up 7.9% from 2022, it's expected to increase another 5% in 2024. Traffic is also getting worse, especially around the Strip during peak tourism seasons. In 2023, crime went up by 3.3%, and the cost of living rose by 4%. Number 7. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia has a rich history, impressive architecture, and is known for its cheesesteaks. But beyond that, it's a city riddled with crime. And don't forget that it's right next to Camden, New Jersey, one of the most dangerous cities in the U.S. Philadelphia has seen a rise in gun violence and homicides. While the average home price is relatively low at $225,000, it's still rising. In 2023, the crime rate increased by 3.9%, while the cost of living only rose by 0.9%. Number 6. Miami, Florida. Miami has a serious crime problem. One longtime resident said crime had gotten so bad that even the homeless started organizing neighborhood watch groups. Combine that with oppressive humidity, and you have a city on the decline. In 2023, Miami's crime rate rose by 3.8%, while the cost of living increased by 4.2%. The average home price in Miami is $587,000, and traffic is notoriously bad, with frequent gridlock and long commutes. Number 5. Seattle, Washington. Seattle is a city where crime, particularly property crime, is on the rise. Rent and housing prices are sky high, with the average home valued at $869,000 and rent for a one-bedroom apartment averaging $2,500 per month. While the homeless situation has stabilized somewhat, the city's cost of living continues to be a major issue. In 2023, crime increased by 3%, and the cost of living rose by 4.4%. Number 4. New York City, New York. New York City is a place where the cost of living has become unbearable. Crime, particularly assaults and robberies, has fluctuated over the years but remains a major concern in certain areas. In 2023, New York's crime rate rose by 2.1%, while the cost of living jumped by 5%. With an average home value of over $760,000 and rent for a one-bedroom apartment surpassing $3,000, it's no surprise that more people are considering leaving. Number 3. Chicago, Illinois. Chicago's South Side is infamous for its high violent crime rates. While the city's North Side remains relatively safe, crime from the South and West Sides is starting to spread. In 2023, Chicago saw a 5% increase in crime, with the cost of living rising by 4.2%. The average home price is over $300,000. Number 2. Portland, Oregon. Portland's cost of living and crime rates are continuing to rise. While some progress has been made in reducing homelessness, property and violent crimes are still significant issues. The average home price in Portland is about $538,000. In 2023, crime went up by 5.5%, and the cost of living increased by 1.1%. Number 1. Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles, despite its reputation, is seeing a steady increase in crime, cost of living, and traffic. Crime has been on the rise, particularly in certain neighborhoods, and the cost of living is staggering, with the average home price at $956,000. In 2023, crime increased by 5.7%, and the cost of living rose by 4.9%. That's today's video. If you enjoyed it, check out one of the videos suggested here. And don't forget to answer the question of the day in the comments: what is your favorite state to visit for a vacation? Thanks for watching, and have a great day.